If you like peppermint crisp tarts and if you like brownies, then this recipe is for you. Hi everyone, I'm Astrid from the Sweet Rebellion, and today we're going to make my caramel and peppermint crisp brownies. To start, I've got 180 grams of melted butter and 300 grams of brown sugar, and we're going to whisk these together now. Next, we're going to add 3 large eggs, beating well with a hand mixer after adding each one. When we make a cake, we want to incorporate as much air as possible, and that's why we cream together the butter and sugar. But because we want a dense and fudgy texture in our brownies, we don't need to incorporate as much air. Next, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence. Now we're going to whisk together 140 grams of flour and 55 grams of cocoa. And the reason we do that is to remove any lumps in the cocoa. You'll notice that I didn't add any baking powder to my dry ingredients. And the reason is that we want a dense and fudgy texture in our brownies, not a light, fluffy, cakey texture. Now we're going to add our dry ingredients to the mixture. Remember to scrape your bowl down in between mixing, just to make sure your ingredients are well incorporated. Next, we're going to add only half of this to a greased and lined 20 centimeter square tin. Remember to make 2 sides of your baking paper a bit longer, just to make it easier to pull your brownies out of the tin later. Now we're going to bake this at 170 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. I'm going to empty out my caramel treat into a bowl and whisk it until smooth, just to make it easier to spread onto the brownies. And next we're going to chop up 3 peppermint crisp chocolates. Once our first brownie layer has finished baking, we're going to spread our caramel treat on top, then the remaining brownie batter, and then just sprinkle the peppermint crisp chocolates on top. This part's a bit tricky because you need to spread your brownie batter really gently to make sure that you don't mix it in with the caramel. Now we're going to bake this again for 15 to 20 minutes. Once your brownies come out of the oven, don't be tempted to remove them from the tin too quickly. They need to cool there for at least an hour before you can remove them from the tin, or they will just fall apart. So before cutting my brownies into squares, I like to just trim off the edges so that they look nice and neat. And there you have it, our caramel and peppermint crisp brownies. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, share with a friend, and subscribe to my channel.